Okay, so last time we stopped the video at crude density. Today we will look at birth rate, okay? Natality or birth rate. So, what do you understand by the term birth rate? Means how many organisms are produced, okay, at a particular time, right? So, let's see. Natality is the production of new individuals of any organism, okay? So, birth, new individuals. So, what happened? Humans, we are born, no? Chickens, they hatch the eggs, right? Seeds, they germinate, right? Or they vegetatively propagate and arise by division, etc. So in human population, natality is directly equivalent to birth, okay? Because we cannot reproduce vegetatively and all, no? Maybe one day we can clone, but for now, natality is equivalent to birth in humans. So the rate at which, let me underline as I'm reading, let me make it bigger, no? 1 minute. Okay. Okay. The rate at which new individuals are produced is called as natality rate or birth rate. Okay. In other words, it is the number of offspring produced per female per unit time. So, number of offspring produced per female per unit time. Okay. No. Number per female per unit time. There are two types of natality, maximum natality and realized natality, okay? So maximum natality, this is theoretical. Like, yes, I can say I can have 20 children, no? But it means I have to start from, let's say, 14, 15 every year till I'm, let's say, 50. I keep on giving birth. So how many is that? How many children? 25, 30 kids? So that will be maximum natality. But is that possible, humanly possible? Obviously not. No. So this is purely theoretical. Like for example, even plants, no, they produce so many seeds, okay? Like the pine trees, they produce so many spores, no? Let's say 1,000 spores, but out of those, only maybe 5 or 6 to 7, they will germinate into a complete pine tree, no? They will last for another 100 years, maybe only a few. So that is what I mean by maximum natality, okay? That is your absolute potential or the physiological natality. It is theoretical production of maximum new individuals under ideal condition, okay? Means we are all rich, we are all like super healthy, superhumans. Like there is enough food, enough water, enough education, everyone is born brilliant, just imagine. Everyone can be like a perfect human being, no? So this is under perfectly ideal condition, okay? But there are no limiting factors, okay? Means there is no corona, there is no high blood pressure, there is no diabetes, okay? So this is under ideal ecological factors, okay? It is constant for a given population. It is also known as the fecundity rate. So let's look at the real natality, okay? The realized, the ecological or realized natality. It is simply known as natality, and it is the number of population increase under actual existing specific condition, okay? So this is the increase in the population under actual conditions, right? It takes into account all possible existing environmental condition, okay? Means is depending on the availability of food or environmental factors or shelter, etc. Then it is also, we can also designate it as the fertility rate, and it is inversely related to environmental resistance, okay? When I say inversely related, means less the resistance, more the fertility. More the resistance, less the fertility, okay? So in animals and plants, it is calculated as per 100 individuals per unit time, Well, in case of human beings, it is expressed as number of births per 1,000 individuals per year. Okay, remember the birth ratio of India, it's some 990 or something per 1,000 births, right? We have 9, no, this is the birth ratio of India is 9:10. There's always 9 females for 10 males, okay? So means if we reproduce it per 1,000 means out of 2,000 births, 900 are girls and 1,000 are boys, okay? So we are doing a number of girls per 1,000 males. But in plants, because the germination percentage is less, so let's say 10 plants, if I sow 100, let's say Lathyrus odoratus seeds, of whatever, if I sow 100 seeds of sweet pea, then only 10 will germinate, okay? Okay, so let's look at the formula. You have to remember these formulas, okay? This symbol is a change in the number of births per unit time, okay? And birth rate is the change, delta means change in the number of new births divided by time, okay? So in a specific amount of time means, let's say in 10 days, we get 2, okay? 2 have changed means, let me give the example. Let's say there are 10 plants, okay? Then from these 10 plants in, let's say 10 hours, we got 2 new plants. So these 2 is the change, right? So delta 2 divided by in 10 hours, okay? Then the specific natality rate is just same as that, the same formula, but you have to divide not just by time but the number of existing population. Means I had 15, I said 10, no, I had 15 plants, then in 10 hours I got 2 new. So the specific natality will be 2 new divided by 15 old plants per unit time means 10 hours. Okay, so I think it's very easy now to understand. So these are the notations. It denotes that, it denotes this. Now let's look at the next. The natality is influenced by the clutch size, the time gap and the age. Okay. The clutch size is the number of young produced in each occasion, means it depends on the organism, okay, like paramecium. In 1 hour, you will get maybe 1,000, no, they'll divide by mitosis. Then what about in humans? Humans, maybe if the mother is of reproducible age, it might take 2 years, 3 years, no, for the next child, something like that, okay. Then it also depends on the age. Okay, a young mother can reproduce quickly, yes, but an older mother, it will take some time. Then depends on the gap that you keep, okay. Some mothers, immediately they'll have the next child after 2 years. Let's say on the 3rd year they'll give. Then, but some, now that the time has changed, they wait at least till the child is 5 years. Then they'll have for the second, okay. Now let's look at the next one, that is the death rate. I'm not concentrating much on birth rate because you've been studying this, you know, so you just read the note, you will understand. So now the death rate, it is the number of individuals that birth or die. So it will be that die in a population. There are 2 types, that is maximum and a minimum mortality and the realized mortality. Now let's look at the minimum mortality or the specific mortality or the potential mortality. These are all names of the same, okay. It again, like theoretical birth, there is also a theoretical death, okay. So means again, if we had perfect health, okay, perfect food, perfect brains, so maybe the death rate also will be very less. Means we are living in a society, let's say in a dystopian, not dystopian, but in a futuristic society where we have beat all the disease, but by chance, some alien came and just vaporized. So under completely ideal condition, what is the number of death? Okay. So it is constant for a population, therefore under best condition, individuals would die at least of old age. Okay. So even at that ideal, what to say, in that ideal environment, in that ideal future where we beat all the diseases, and that alien, he came and he shot, but we can defend, we have a force field. So there's no force on earth or outside earth that can kill us off. Okay, disease could not kill off, wars, intergalactic wars cannot kill off, but we are not immortal. No, so at least by chance we'll die of very, very old age, maybe when we reach the age of 500. We are so old, science cannot do anymore. So that is your theoretical theoretical mortality, or the minimum death rate, minimum mortality. Okay, but obviously it's not realistic. So let us look at the realized mortality, or the ecological mortality. It is the actual death of individuals under existing environmental condition due to all causes, okay, could be old age or disease or predation or nutritional deficiency or competition, or antibiosis or accidental or novel viruses like this coronavirus. It gives you the realized mortality. Okay, let's say for example, if I meet you 10 years back, I will tell you, be very careful of a virus in 2020. You will laugh at me. You will say, oh my God, this lady, she's insane, she's telling us to wear masks. So this is realized mortality, that the environment can change. Okay, it can change the death rate. All right. So like realized birth rate, it is not constant and it differs with the population and with the environmental condition. Like, do you remember when corona first hit? Even in India, we had corona. China also, we had corona. Everywhere we had corona. But the Europeans, the Italians, they died very quickly, But here, so many Indians have got corona, but in 2-3 weeks, they used to recover, So here we are quite resistant. Because Indians, we eat aloo muri from the roadside and all, Our body is so strong. We don't eat any processed food. Mostly it is our farmers, they grow, okay, naturally. But let's say Europeans, for them, everything is too much sterile, Obviously, yes, that is the way to be. I am not insulting their, cleanliness. I wish we could be clean like that, but I'm saying you have to be both. You have to be clean also, but you have to be resistant also, So it differs, as I said, it differs from the population. Like in India, we could survive. So many people got corona, but in 2-3 weeks or maybe a month, they have recovered. But sadly, in Italy, in Spain, in Brazil, so many people died when they got the corona. They could not resist the virus. Okay. So obviously, this is just a theory. A lot of research has to be done to compare why we were more resistant and why the Europeans weren't. Okay. This is just an example. Okay, girls, don't go and write an exam set like this. I'm just saying theoretically, so that you can understand how this ecology, this population ecology, how it influences our day-to-day life. Okay. Okay, so it is directly proportional to environmental resistance. So this one, birth rate was inverse, but here death rate, mortality is directly proportional to environmental resistance. Okay, so more death, more environment resistance means suddenly corona happened, then more death happened. Okay, or suddenly there was no food, environmental resistance, there was no rain, it was a famine, then they died, and then again they died. More more butterflies died. There was no water, no food, and then more dry the environment got, more butterflies will keep on dying. So mostly a large number of deaths occur during the initial development phases, okay, like in the egg, the larvae, the seedling stage, infants and the elderly, okay. So why do mothers, we care so much for our newborns? No, it's because they are still so fragile, okay. Even plants or animals, they're young. Like those of you who keep kittens at home, no, you have a female cat and let's say she gave birth to 4 kittens, okay. Out of those 4, maybe 2 survive or 2 died. Why? It's because they're still at that stage where they are weak, okay. Now let's see how to calculate. In plants and animals, again it's per 100, and in human beings, again it's per 1000. As I explained in the birth rate, same. So what about the vital index? It is the percentage ratio of birth to death, okay, in a unit population in a unit time. At a specific time, how many died and how many born? You get it? So vital index, okay, vital index is a ratio, okay, a ratio of a percentage, okay. Okay, from here, from this formula, okay, right. Ratio means something divided by something. Let me repeat. Ratio means A divided by B. Percentage means multiply into 100, okay. So, vital index means birth rate divided by death rate into 100. So, I think it's clear. If you get the vital index of more than 100, it means the population will grow. Wait, I'll show you. If you get a vital index of 100, then the population is growing. Lower than 100 means it's coming down, and at 100 it means there's 0, means birth rate and death rate is equal, okay, which is physically impossible, no, at a particular time for birth and death to be equal. But theoretically, no. So we are scientists, we have to see all the possible from the extremes, like not immortal but living, for so many years, okay, like the maximum death rate or the maximum birth rate, no. So we have to theorize from all angles.